of the football field, catches it for a touchdown.
Would you look at that? Evergreen. Would you look at that?
Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. Hello, everybody. We want to welcome you to McKenzie Stadium on this Tuesday afternoon where we've got some more high school football for you guys. This is going to be a very busy week. We'll talk about that a little bit throughout the broadcast. But this is EPS Sports. I'm Rodney Lawrence with Ryan Vansbinder, where we have tuned in here today to see the Union Titans battle the Battleground Tigers this afternoon. Great game. This is the second game that we actually get to have fans in it, so everybody's starting to enjoy it. Looks like we're starting to open up a little bit. Looks a little bit close to normal. We got fans, we got the band, we got cheerleaders, and then we've got everybody at home watching us. Make sure to let everybody know that we're on Comcast Channel 28 and 328 for the HD. And if they're out of the area, do not have Comcast, make sure you send them over to the internet where they can go on to YouTube and log on to the YouTube channel. That's the Evergreen School District, EPS Sports, and hit the live stream, and this will be able to bring it to you. So, Ryan, let's kind of talk about this little game as we get a nice little shot of the cheerleaders there and getting ready to figure out who is going to keep this ball. But kind of talk a little bit about the team Battleground that we haven't seen yet this year.
No, we haven't. Battleground has struggled early this season. They're 0-3. Their losses coming from Heritage, Mountain View, and Kelso. They're really just looking to get a stride and build off something. They haven't been able to do that yet, and they've got a tough opponent here against the Union Titans tonight. Yeah,
you got an opportunity to go down on the field and talk to Coach Kessler. Did he give you any idea what kind of game plan he might have going on today?
He said he was starting everybody.
There you go. Well, that's perfect. That sounds just like Mr. Kessler. Mike Kessler, of course, is the head coach for the Battleground Tigers, and Rory Rosenberg is the Rosenbach. I'm sorry, messed up Rory's name, and I've known him forever. Is the head coach for the Union Titans? So looks like we're lining up here for the national anthem. We will step aside and listen to the Union band play us our national anthem. Corrected, that was not the Union band. That was actually a recording pumped from the press box right next door to us. But nevertheless, we were able to salute and honor the flag before this game gets started. So, you talked a little bit about Battleground before we went to the national anthem. Give us a little bit about Union here.
Yeah, so we're going to see a little bit of different side of Union tonight. Coming off short rest, they played last Thursday. So the biggest change that you're going to see is no Tobias Merriweather tonight. So he took a fairly big hit on Thursday. I hear that he's okay. They're probably just giving him a little bit of extra time to rest as they come through here. So we're going to see some additional kids get some more playing time that we don't normally see. Corey Bozovich is going to be out there. Cole Redmond's going to be out there starting tonight. And so good chance for those young men to go ahead and show what they got tonight.
Yeah, good deal. Some new faces out here, and just giving these guys opportunity. That you brought up Tobias Merriweather, who is their premier number one starting receiver out there on the edge. 6'5", 190. I mean, he's a big target. And Gurman has no problem finding him in most situations. It's a good chance for Corey Bozovic to get an opportunity to get out there and show the coaches that he can get out there and do his thing as well. So good opportunity for everybody tonight. That's the name of the game in football. When somebody gets hurt, that's when you get your opportunity, and you have to be ready to step up when you get it. So hopefully these guys who are getting some opportunity tonight to start are going to be able to shine tonight with their opportunity. So we are setting up here for the kickoff. Battleground on the far side here. 2 deep men standing about around the 5-yard line. Thurman Bibbins, number 44, looks like he is going to be the kicker for Union to start this off. And here we go. That ball's going to get caught right at the 20. Not a whole bunch going on as he runs right into the crowd about the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot the ball right there at the 31. So Battleground will take the field for the first time this afternoon on the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Starting quarterback for the Battleground Tigers looks like Cameron Spencer is who they have listed, number 12. Looks like Battleground is going to come out with a 2-back set, which means it's going to be Chris Boone and Ricardo Laura. Already we have a flag on the play on the start. It looks like Battleground stepped into the neutral zone, and that's going to move the ball 5 yards. Still first down. Outside receivers, number 2, Reed Davis. You'll see him down at the bottom of the screen. We've got a slot formation. Both running and fullback reset. They're going to hand that ball off. It's going to get a couple. Reed Snyder, number 4, running back on that play. Chris Doon now lined up as a slot receiver out there in the field. Now they're going to come in a 3-trip set here at the bottom of your screen. Spencer's going to hand this off again. Looks to get around the corner. Does step up and find an opening. So he gets a nice run as he gets down across the 45-yard line. Spotted at the 46. That'll move the chains for the first down.
That was a good first set of downs for Battleground. Show that they can move the ball on the ground a little bit, move the chains.
All right, 2 receivers set down here at the end of the boundary here at the bottom of your screen. Laura goes into motion, another handoff. Snyder gets around. He's going to break open into the open field. He'll make it all the way down to the 23-yard line before he's run out of bounds. Nice run there by the running back. Reed Snyder. So we have 2 Reeds on the team, Reed Davis and Reed Snyder. Reed Davis, number 2, listed as a receiver.
It's like Snyder was tracked down there by number 6, Liam Boyce, with the tackle.
Flipped over the trip receivers to the far side of the field. Laura goes into motion, sets up in the backfield. Another handoff as they just try to push that through the middle. They do get across the 20, down to about the 19-yard line. It'll bring up second down.
I think I'm on the wrong side.
Well, we have a Union Titan down on the field. Not able to see his number from up here. We'll see what's going on with the young man. First series here for Battleground, moving the ball pretty good. One penalty at the start of the series, but other than that, they've had some pretty good play calling, and they just kind of just keep moving the ball down the field. One big run, but other than that, just 2-3 yards at a time here.
Yeah, and they've been successful in doing so. We're seeing a little bit more conservative approach on the defensive side from Union than we did last week.
Yeah. No, not quite as aggressive as we saw on Thursday night. They were really
They stacked
coming at 'em.
9 men in the box all night long.
Yeah, they sure did.
Looks like that might be number 60, Clayton Mouse. He's being helped off the field.
Able to put a little pressure on it. That's always a good sign. We'll see. Hopefully they'll get him over here to the training tent and get him taken care of and see what's going on with the young man. All right. Well, we've got him off the field and ready to go ahead and continue the game. 2nd down and 8. Spencer brings him to the line of scrimmage. Resets the strong side. And they're going to get this off to Davis. Davis makes the catch and is going to make it down to the 15-yard line before he's stopped. Cock will continue to run because he didn't get tackled out of bounds. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Another run play. Running back looking for the edge. This time he is not going to be able to find it. Union DB there, that's Aiden Iverson, number 24, comes up to make the stop. Brings up a 4th down and 2 situation. And it does look like we have the starting running back for Battleground is down on the sideline. Here comes Coach Kessler. Training over there on him real fast to make sure he's going to be okay. Hopefully he's going to be all right. I didn't really see what happened on the sideline there. He did get slung to the ground pretty hard. I don't know if his knee got caught in the turf or his toe or something, and his knee got kind of folded up underneath him.
I would say that's probably, that's the most probable culprit.
Hopefully he's going to be able to get up here. It looks like he's trying to get up and will be able to get up on his own. You don't like to see anybody get hurt, but you definitely don't like to see it on a short season like this. And this is the young man's senior year, so he definitely was wanting to play it all the way out, even though this season is quite a few games short this year.
He's certainly trying to put pressure on it as he's being helped back to the Battleground side.
Yeah, it looks like that hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, he can't put any weight on it on its own. That sucks. All righty, looks like we are ready to go ahead and get started as he is now completely off the field. Battleground offense here. See who they have subbed in to replace him. Lethan Reynolds now steps in to replace him, number 11. Lethan's a sophomore. Good try there by Lethan. Lowers the shoulder, tries to get the yards, but he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage, so Battleground's going to turn the ball over on downs. 1st and 10 going the other way for the Union Titans. Did a pretty good job in that series moving the ball down the field and just kind of stalled right there at the end. Probably didn't help that, they lost their number 1 running back because he was actually doing a pretty good job, finding creases and spaces to get those extra yards.
Yeah, he certainly was. And anytime you have not only one injury but two injuries in the in the possession, it just kind of kills any type of momentum and flow that you have going.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get back in the game.
Sure does. Handoff now. Tries to hit his receiver on a slant route. Cole Redmond, the intended receiver on that one, not able to bring it in. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Two backs in the backfield. Nice recover there by the quarterback as he's able to get the screen off. And a nice strong run there by the receiver. Redmond does a good job turning a broken play into some positive yards as they get the ball down across the 20-yard line, and it looks like they're going to spot it at about the 23. 1st down and 10 from there. Handoff this time. Nice strong run, makes it across the 25. Lara for the Battleground there to come up and make the stop. Stop the gain right there at about 3 yards. 2nd down. Handoff again. Running back tries to get to the outside. He's going to fumble the ball, but it looks like the Titans are going to fall on it and recover. Nice tackle there by the Battleground outside backer. Comes up and makes the stop right there at the line of scrimmage. Long was the running back on that play. Aiden Olson, the other side. As a receiver coming across the middle, looks like there might have been a little miscommunication on that play. Milliken, number 17, the intended receiver. Kind of got tangled up there between the safeties and the backers on that. Was not really open. That's the play we saw Jack Bowen catch and score 2 touchdowns last week. That
we
exact
did see
same
that play.
So 4th down and 7, and they're going to go for it. Gurman looking for his receiver, and he is not able to bring that ball in before he gets out of bounds. So 1st series for the Union Titans, and they're going to turn the ball over on downs, giving the Battleground Tigers some very, very good field position. We'll see if they're able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, not the best offensive possession we've seen from Union so far this season. We're certainly going to want to tighten some things up as we move further into this game.
Yeah, they sure are. Two running back set for Battleground. Reverse the strong side. Spencer fakes it, hits his man coming right down the middle. Nice catch there. Chris Boone releases right at the seam to make the catch. Going to get the first down from the 12-yard line. Bad snap. Quarterback not able to get that. Ends up going down to a knee, and that'll kill the ball right there. A loss brings the ball back to the 18-yard line. Second down.
It's unfortunate because Battleground really needs to take advantage of this possession with their good field position.
They sure do. They sure do. We've seen bad snaps on both sides of the field, on both sides now. And we've seen it. We've seen a bad snaps in just about every game we've broadcast this year. So you can tell that these guys aren't quite, hadn't had all that time to really work well together. And we've seen some snaps really kill some drives for teams. We got to delay a game on Battleground, so that'll back them up 5 more yards, making it second down and 22. Field clocks are on the field and in full display, so and they have started. Spencer drops back, looks for a receiver down the seam. Tried to get that ball into Reed Davis. Davis not able to bring that in. Cole Redmond, the defender, right there in his face. Doing his best to make that catch difficult. Cameron Spencer now takes him. Again with a quick pass out to Davis. Davis is going to fumble the ball, and the Titans are going to fall on it. Battleground not able to take advantage of the great field position, coughs the ball up, and Union will get the ball going back the other direction.
Yeah, that's a tough break. I mean, he had the ball caught, and I didn't see who came in to make that tackle, but he was able to just strip it, and Union was able to fall on it.
So the Titans take the field again for their second possession of this first quarter. 6:11 left to play.
And I'm fully expecting for the Titans to put their foot on the gas here a little bit.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that one. Another bad snap. Quarterback able to rustle it in and get a handoff. Nice little run. We got a flag on the play. He does find the crease in the seam and runs right up the sideline before he's pushed out of bounds. But we have a penalty flag right at about the 37-yard line. Nice little run there by Long. We'll be holding against Union, so that'll back the ball up 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
And that has to be frustrating for the Union coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, that hold wasn't anywhere near where Long was.
No, not at all.
And it's going to bring a great run back.
All right, well, if they marched it off, that'll bring up first down situation still, 6 yards. So it happened further enough down the field where it didn't hurt him too bad. Got to pitch out to Long. Long steps back inside, finds an opening, and he is going to get brought down at about the 45-yard line. They'll spot the ball on the 47, 1st and 10.
And Tackle made by Marcus Reinhardt from Battleground.
Long, 5'7", 150-pound senior for the Titans. This time the snap gets away from him, unable to get it, so Gurman just falls on it. Lives to play another down. So definitely a problem between the quarterback and the center today. Not something that we've seen with the Titans very much, but they're definitely having a problem with it today. That'll back them all the way back across the 35-yard line. 2nd down and 23 to go. Got to get across midfield and down to the 42 for the first down. Another bad snap. This time we get the handoff to Bozovic. Tried to get away. Looks like he's going to got tripped up at around the 40. Nice little run for that young man. Looks like he may have tweaked his knee a little bit. He's going to come out and take a blow. Got to bring up a 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, it was a good little heads-up play by Gurman to find Bozovic on another questionable snap.
Yeah, sure was. Gurman has a receiver open downfield. He makes the catch right there at the 35, and then he's going to get run out of bounds right at the 20. Jake Page. First time we've heard about Jake Page tonight. I do believe he's the one who stepped in to replace the injured Bozovic. See if we can get a glimpse of Bozovic down there on the sidelines. He's walking it off. Limp seems to be going away the more he's walking up and down the field, so hopefully he'll be back in there right away. Another bad snap. This time he is going to be caught in the backfield.
Yeah, Gurman and his center have to figure things out here.
Yeah, this is a struggle. It's got to be frustrating for the coaches down there to not be able to just, I mean, that's the simplest part of the game. That part has to happen so you can run a play. Another handoff. This time Jones takes the ball. Jones spins away, puts his hand in the dirt, and is going to get down across the 15-yard line down to about the 14 is where they spotted him. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Needs to get to the 9-yard line to be able to move the chains. Jake Page still in the game, lined up off the line down there at the bottom of your screen. Another snapping concern, and Battleground is going to catch him in the backfield once again. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation here where they've lost yards. Fourth down and 8. Time Olsen, lone running back in the backfield. 3 receivers on the far side. Gurman drops back, looks for his man off in the corner. He makes the catch. Oh! And it's in and out of the hands of the receiver. Nice flag route run there by the receiver, and that's Milliken.
Gurman made a great toss there straight into the breadbasket.
Sure did. Got to bring that one in. Got to bring that one in. And you got to give Milliken the credit. He ran a beautiful route.
He did.
He
certainly
open.
did.
He just needs to catch that ball in the end zone.
He did the hard part extremely well.
Yeah, he did. He sure did. He sure did. Battleground will take over. It'll be first down and 10 going the other direction. Spencer lined up in shotgun. Both running back and fullback move formations. Nice strong run by the new running back they have in there. Lethan Reynolds, number 11. Lethan will take that ball again. This time he is going to get to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard out of that. We'll see where they spot that. It will bring up third down. Almost intercepted. Wasn't able to step into that pass. Spencer had people in his face right away.
He certainly did. Thomas Bibbins was almost able to go ahead and pick that one off. Got a hand on it, just unable to bring it in.
Yeah, I mean, that was, you could tell that he had no power in that pass.
No, there wasn't.
He was not able to step into that one at all. So for the first time, the punting team is now going to come on the field for Battleground. Lara is the punter. Boyce lets that ball go over his head. It does take a real good bounce. And it is going to roll down across the 25 and be down at the 24-yard line. So Lara has a pretty good punt, gets a real good Battleground roll, and the Titans will take the ball over on their side of the field, first down and 10 from the 24.
Yeah, it's a really good punt. Gives the Battleground defense an opportunity to secure this stop here from a very high-powered Union offense that we've seen have some trouble tonight.
Yeah, we sure have. We sure have. The snap is killing them. They've lost major yards on bad snaps. On 3 separate occasions already tonight. Bozovic back into the game, so he's okay. Trip receivers here at the bottom of the screen. Has his receiver coming across the middle, makes the catch. Great job. Hits him right there on his back shoulder. As Redmond brings that ball in.
That tackle made by number 27, Michael Kennedy.
Drops again, has a man going up the field, streaking up the field. I do believe that's Redmond, and he is not able to bring that one in. But he released straight up the field. But wasn't able to bring that one in and stay in bounds as well. So that'll bring up second down and 10. DB out there getting coached. And that was the last play of the first quarter. So we are going to let the officials do their thing as they move the chains around here and just kind of talk about the first quarter a little bit. They didn't see a whole lot. Saw a lot of mistakes.
We saw a lot of mistakes. It certainly wasn't the prettiest quarter of football we've seen, but we have seen something that we haven't seen yet this year, and that's a team holding Union to 0 points in the first quarter.
That is true. That is true. We did make it to the second quarter, and the Titans have not scored yet. To remind everybody, you are watching us on Comcast 28 and 328. This is EPS Sports. Rodney Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder here to bring you the game on a Tuesday afternoon. If you have folks who are outside of the Comcast area, please let them know that they can get on the internet, go to the YouTube channel, and that is the Evergreen School District, EPS Sports, and hit Stream Now. It will allow you to join us and enjoy this game from wherever in the United States or the world, for that matter. So we're ready to start the second quarter here. Still have a tie score at 0-0. German, the quarterback, drops back, looking for somebody to get the ball to. Has a man coming across the middle and makes the catch to Redmond. Kennedy right there on top of him to make the stop right as he makes the catch. Clean route ran, and a nice connection from the quarterback. This time it's going to be a run play to Long. Long's going to take it right up the middle. That is going to move the chains. First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. German drops back. Has a man in the middle of the field. He makes the catch. Safety comes up and makes the stop. That's A.J. Adoran, number 15, called his name for the first time tonight. Nice catch across the middle of the field. German looking for the screen, hits Bozovic. Bozovic makes the catch, lowers the shoulder, and just drives his way in for the touchdown. A good 6 points there by Corey Bozovic. So we talked about him not scoring in the first quarter, but seconds into the second quarter, the Titans are on the board.
Yeah, and that's the Union Titans that we're used to watching.
Yeah,
very
sure
crisp. Their offense is running efficiently, and that's a much better series than what we saw all in the first quarter.
It sure is. It sure is. Sonny Pitts set up here to kick the ball. That is not Sonny Pitts. Oh, another high snap. The ball is going to be taken, and there's going to be nowhere to go. No, that wasn't. That was number 84, it looked like. Normally, Pitts is the one who handles their kicking responsibilities and punting. Looks like they've got some other ones out there tonight. Definitely giving some people some other opportunities on the field tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's certainly a little bit different look than what we're normally seeing from Union. I think it certainly has to do with the short rest. Like I said, they played last Thursday. It's Tuesday. It's 3 o'clock. I mean, it's a different feel than a typical high school football game that we're used to calling tonight.
Sure is. Want to remind everybody that this is an early game, and because of that, and one of the reasons for that is it's also a doubleheader. And we have another game tonight, and that's going to be Evergreen Mountain View. So if you want to stay tuned and watch that game, enjoy some more high school sports, we will be broadcasting that starting at 7 o'clock. So the Titans get on the board. First seconds here in the second quarter. Unable to secure the extra point, so the score is 6-0. Ball's going to be caught. And he will make it back to about the 17-yard line before he's brought down. Braxton Reese, big ball carrier on that. Cameron Spencer bring his team out here for the first series of the second quarter. They will sign up and leave 2 receivers out there at the far side of the field. Spencer now hands the ball off to the running back. Falls in behind the fullback and going to get down across the 20-yard line to about the 21, bringing up second down. Reed at the bottom of your field here. Reed Davis, that is. Drops back, has a guy across the middle. It's going to get picked right in the middle of the field. He's going to run that back down to the 10, down to the 5, and he is going to get inside, and they're going to give him the touchdown as he lowers his shoulder and gets in right there between the pylons. Great pick there in the middle of the field, and that is going to be Liam Boyce, who makes the interception and runs it back for the touchdown. Great pick 6 there for the defense.
It really was. You know, Cameron Spencer looks like he just missed his target, and that ball found Boyce right in the middle of his chest.
Sure did. Sailed on him. Sailed on the quarterback there. So this time they have a different kicker out. Thurman Bibbins handling the kicking responsibility. We've got a snap and a kick. And this time they're going to be successful. So now Union 2 scores ahead right away here from both sides of the ball within the first 2 minutes of this quarter.
Well, whatever rust Union has had in that first quarter, they've been able to shake it.
Yeah.
And they've looked impressive so far in the second quarter.
They have. I mean, both sides of the ball there. The snapping still looks a little wobbly. We'll see if that's something that they were able to shore up and get taken care of. Reese and Kennedy, the 2 deep men for Battleground. Bibbins has had some pretty good kicks here. This one's going to get picked up by Reese. And Reese is going to get right to the 20 before he's wrapped up. Long and Jones there on the tackle. Looks like Reese may have got a little banged up on that play, but seems to be walking around just fine over there on the sidelines. Dune and Davis here, the 2 receivers here at the bottom of the screen. Flare route out to the running back. Able to get about a yard out of that before he is brought down. Good open field tackle.
Yeah, I was impressed Lethan Reynolds was able to bring that one in. He brought it in one-handed as the ball was just slightly overthrown.
Mm-hmm. Cameron Spencer looks at the offense. He's going to hand it off again. Reynolds looks for some opening. He's going to find it this time. That is going to be enough for a first down and move the chains. Bivens comes in and cleans up the tackle there at the last minute. Owen Wan now in the game as the fullback. Nice catch there for the receiver. And he is going to get a face full of Union defender as he makes the catch. But it's going to be a good catch and a good run, and it'll be first down and 10, enough to move the chains. And that is going to be number 10, Bishop Stroud. Slots on the far side. Another handoff right in the middle. Reynolds uses a little patience, able to find a little crease there and step through it, gets himself across the 45-yard line down to the 46, second down. Quarterback drops back, has Reynolds on the flare route, I'm sorry. Looks like he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. Trying to get Reynolds the ball in some open space, try to let him use his speed there, get around that edge, because once we've seen him moving in open space, and he does pretty good.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's moved the ball well tonight so far.
Spencer checking out the defense here, drops back, has a receiver open right in the middle. Nice open field tackle there by Bozovic right across the middle, bringing Reed Davis down, but we also have a penalty flag right at about the 47-yard line, so we'll see what's going on here.
Yeah, we'll see what the flag is. I mean, this is a situation where you want to be aware of where that first down marker is. He had an opportunity to turn up field, and it's going to be pass interference against Battleground, so that's going to bring it back and negate that. But what I was trying to say is that he had an opportunity to cut up field and guarantee the first down. Instead, he cut back.
Yep, north and south, young man. Just get up the field and get the points here. So that will bring them back a yard beyond the original line of scrimmage here, bringing up third down and 11. Midfield +3 is where they need to be to get the first down. Spencer drops back, looks for his man out. That ball is going to be picked off again right there, and that is going to be Rebman there on the deflected pass to get that interception. And Battleground with their second turnover is going to give the ball back to the Union Titan offense.
Yeah, that ball was just slightly underthrown. If he had made a little bit stronger throw, he had a receiver open.
He did.
That would have been good enough for a first down.
So first down and 10, Olsen and Long, the two running backs in the game. German has the play. Long's going to take the ball right up the middle. Nice little spin run and strong run as he drags a receiver down across the 45-yard line. That's going to be good for a good 8 yards, bringing up second down and 2. German gets this play from the sidelines. Man in motion, fakes the pitch. This time, battleground lineman right there in his face to make the stop as soon as the handoff is there. That's Owen Wan standing in the backfield just waiting for the receiver, the running back, to get the ball for the most part there. Tried to do a little misdirection with the quick pitch and then the run going back the other way. German drops back looking for a receiver, has a man in the open. That's going to be Redmond. Redmond makes the catch and gets upfield. He'll go down at the 32-yard line, and it'll be first down. Drops back again. Bozovic there on the screen. It's going to bounce it back to the outside. Finds the edge. Dances along the sidelines before he runs out of bounds. We'll see exactly where the officials have him going out of bounds. It looks like right at about the 10-yard line.
It was a good catch there by Bozovic, especially to find space after the catch. Gain some additional yardage.
He did. Stepped inside, bounced that back out to the outside. Took advantage of some blocking he had out there by one of his teammates and allowed him to get around that edge.
And it looks like this is going to be called back.
Yep, holding. That might have been what gave him the room
It could
to
have
get
been.
around the outside. So the holding play will bring that play back to the 38-yard line. First down still. 16 to go. Quick pitch out to Long. Ball's going to get stretched out. Long does find the edge, and he is going to make it down to looks like about the 14-yard line before he's run out of bounds. So he'll get all that back and some, and that will move the chains. First down and 10. Receivers in motion again. Tried to get Long on the flare route. A little too high for him to get to. We'll bring up second down. Did run that route into the boundary. Bad snap. Quarterback has to keep that on his own, trying to get that ball to Aiden Olson, but the timing was off because of the snap, so he had to take it himself. It's going to be third down, still 10 to go. They need to get to the 4-yard line for the first down. German drops back, looking for somebody in the middle, catches a guy on the outside. That is Long. Long does get between two defenders to get in, but we have got another penalty flag down here on the 19-yard line. And that is going to be against the Titans, so that will bring back the touchdown.
That was another hold away from the play. Well, we'll see if Battleground can go ahead and take advantage of this situation and get the ball back.
Yeah, it sure was. That holding penalty that time was on Ben McKinney, the center. German drops back for the screen. Redmond right there to catch it. And he just refused to go down. Ran through a couple of tackles there as he goes down at the 15-yard line. And that will bring up fourth down. Young comes out of the game, and Jaden Jones, number 7, Goes in, lines up as a slot receiver on the far side. Herman drops back, looks for somebody to throw the ball to, scrambles out. Now sees a man going in the end zone. It's going to be a catch for the touchdown. And that is going to be Redmond, number 27. Kind of a delay as he comes across the back of the end zone. Herman is able to find him after he rolls out a little bit. And great throw and a great catch there to put some more points on the board for the Union Titans.
Yeah, once Gurman rolled out, he had all the time in the world, and he had several options, and he was able to find Redmond in the end zone.
Alrighty, so we've got number 84 back on the field. He's going to try the extra point. And that ball looks like it did get touched. And so that is not going to be successful. And the Titans, 19, Battleground 0. 3:20 left to play in the first half. Titans start to settle down a little bit, playing some much better football here in the second quarter than they did in the first. But you just kind of get the feeling that that the boys are a little tired mentally and physically. Like you've mentioned already a couple of times how short this week was for these guys, and that can play a toll a little bit here. But they are playing some better football here in the second quarter.
They are. They have cleaned it up a bit. They've had bits and pieces of the Union Titan football that we typically see.
Yeah. Battleground still looking to find some consistency on offense to create some success for themselves and just at least keep their defense off the field, because that is going to be an issue here later on if it doesn't get handled. Nice run there by the running back as he makes it down to the 25 before he is taken down.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway for Battleground right now is just to limit the mistakes, limit the turnovers.
Yeah.
Because they've shown that they've been successful in moving the football down the field. It's just their turnovers have killed them.
No, you're right. We've seen some good routes run. The receivers have gotten open. Spencer just wasn't able to put the ball on the receivers when they were open, and 2 picks, one pick six and one pick that just put the Union in too good a field position for them to ignore. Handoff again, Reynolds. And he'll get to the 27-yard line before he is brought down. Second down. This time tight formation. Slots on the far side, another handoff. Reynolds finds a crease there and is able to slip through it. And he's going to get a couple of more yards out of this one. And it'll bring up third down. Looks like Reese comes into the game. He'll be the slot back down here at the bottom of your screen. Quarterback drops back. Intended receiver down here at the bottom of your screen here. That is Bishop Straub. Not able to make the completion. Thought about it well. I mean, it looks like he was definitely trying to throw at his back shoulder.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the ball away from the defender, but wasn't able to get the ball out there close enough for the receiver to take advantage of that. All right, so fourth down and 5. Battleground has the punt team out. Got a penalty flag right away. end over end punt, but it's going to be picked up at the 39-yard line. Nice block on the far side, and he is going to run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, but we'll see what this penalty flag's all about. Getting it figured out here, explaining it to the white cap what went on. We'll see what's going on here. One of the sideline judges are the ones who threw the flag. So it looks like the penalty is going to be declined, and Union's going to take the ball over from the 30-yard line, first down 10. Once again, Union, very good field position.
Yeah, it was a great little return there by Liam Boyce.
And now we have got, this time Battleground is going to call for the timeout. That is their first timeout used this quarter. We've got 2 left. Titans still have all 3 of theirs. Well, 19-0 is the score. Minute 42 left in this first half of play.
You know, you take the mistakes away from either side, and this could be a 1-score ball game, or it could be a 4-score ball game.
Yeah.
Depending on what side you take those mistakes away from. I mean, and I think, you know, Union's done well to kind of tighten some things up. Battleground has some ways to go. But I think if Battleground can go ahead and get their cylinders firing coming out here in the second half, they might have a chance to sneak back in this one a little bit. You know, we know Union has always been a second-half football team. They come out hot, and so we'll see what they come out with.
Yeah, they sure have. They sure have been. This is our first time seeing Battleground this year. Not real sure, don't have a lot of information aside from what we saw in the paper and just the scores we saw. So we'll see how this works itself out. Nice catch out here on the outside. Besides, he's not going to go down with that initial contact, refusing to go down then. It finds out, and he's going to get across for the touchdown. I tell you what, he just did not want to go down. And the Battleground guys, they really have got to want to stop him. I mean, Marquise can too. 5'8", 165. He is not a load by any stretch of the imagination to bring down. He just kept his feet going and decided, I'm not going to go down.
Yeah, he just bounced off the defender and was able to keep his feet moving.
Yeah, that's just bad tackling there on the Battleground team, and they turned a play that was just a moderate type gain into a big play touchdown to go up to 25 points with 1:28 to play in the half. Special teams out on the field here. Helenini the holder. This time the kick is going to get there, and this time it is going to be good. So successful there for the special teams as they put another point on the board. 2-6 for the Titans, 0 still for the Battleground Tigers. All right, for this last minute and 28, we'll see if Battleground is just going to concede and go into the locker room here. They're going to try to put some points on the board before they get in. One thing they have to do is be super careful and not give up the ball too quick, leaving some time on the clock for Union to get another opportunity to score.
Yeah, I mean, we know Union can strike quick and fast.
Yeah. They sure can. Set up here for the kickoff. High kick, going to be fielded at the 12. Kenny able to break through some tackles, get himself back across the 20 down to about the 24-yard line. We'll see ultimately where the spot is. And it looks like it does get spotted at the 24. It'll be first down and 10 from there. This time, Spencer sets him down with 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Handoff. Running back looking for someplace to go is not going to find not much, if any. It looks like they will give him the line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up second down and 10. Clock continuing to run. We are now just under a minute left to play in the first half.
It looks like Owen Wan there hesitated just a bit, and if he would have bounced to the outside, I think he would have had that corner and had some space to gain some yards.
He sure would have. Field clock down to 10 seconds. Handoff right at the middle. Reynolds is going to take that. He will get to the 26-yard line before they stop him. Bring up third down. See if the game plan is here. The clock continuing to run down to just 15 seconds left to play. Doesn't look like they plan to run another play. They don't have to, and it doesn't look like they're going to. So that last play of a 2-yard gain will end the first half of play out here. We are at McKenzie Stadium. The Titans on top 26-0. All 26 points there for the Titans scored in the second quarter. 0 to 26. There's not chalk talk on both sides is going to create some good stuff to come back and see Battleground get some points on the ground, get some points on the board here in the second half of play. This is EPS Sports. We are here at McKenzie Stadium in Vancouver, Washington. Battleground came down to fight the Union Titans. We'll be back to start the third quarter in about 15 minutes. We'll see you then.
Hello, I'm Matt Griffin with this EPS Inspires moment. We've been showing you how, as a result of the coronavirus, our high school theater programs are rising to the challenge of performing together even when they must be apart. I recently had a chance to speak with students from Evergreen High School about their upcoming radio play productions of Dracula and Frankenstein. While each radio play doesn't necessarily begin with, "It was a dark and stormy night," Senior Blake Stout, who plays Dracula, says that mood is definitely what students are going for.
The thing we're trying to accomplish here is actually trying to not be what people would expect in the beginning, but as the plan goes on, it starts to get scarier and scarier.
Students have been rehearsing via Zoom for up to 10 hours a week for the past 9 weeks. I asked about the challenges of recording sessions and rehearsals over Zoom.
For me personally, I'll be ready. I'll be ready to go. I'll be following along in the script, and then my line's next, and then my Wi-Fi cuts out.
Parker Brown, who plays the creature in Frankenstein, says he and his castmates are rising to the challenge of bringing characters to life using their voices alone.
I curse the day I made you.
As do I, Frankenstein.
When Victor, creates him and he brings him to life, he does start with all these noises because he doesn't understand and he's trying to speak, but he doesn't know how. But you slowly see throughout the play that he starts to learn quickly how to communicate and speak. So the first half, I am very just noises. In the second half, I'm speaking.
Naomi Ball, a sophomore, says moving from a stage production to a set of radio plays does have its advantages for friends and family stuck at home because of the coronavirus.
The most rewarding part is just getting to have this opportunity to still do theater, even if we're not in person, just because theater means so much to so many people. And hearing people say like, oh, I listened to the radio play, you did such a great job, even if I don't have that audience there with me, is just so encouraging, because I was able to send my uncle who lives across the state the radio play, and they got to hear what I've done, and it's just really encouraging.
And that's what Logan Fisher wants listeners to get out of these productions as well, that the show must go on, albeit in a different type of production.
I think that what I really want people to get out of this is I want them to know how much work we put into it and how polished it's going to be. Because I think a lot of people are thinking that a radio play is just a sorry excuse for what we used to do. But in reality, it's just a completely different art form. And we're trying something really new and putting our all into it.
The Evergreen High School Theater productions of Dracula and Frankenstein will stream on April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. For information on how to listen, check out the website at the bottom of your screen or look for it in the comments section for this video. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Matt Griffin.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at SheCanSTEM.
Some say e-cigarettes aren't dangerous.
But science shows nicotine can harm teens' developing brains.
No matter how they're exposed.
Let's do an experiment to find out.
Here's a teen who won't be using e-cigarettes.
Now we need one willing to risk their brain development.
Anyone care to volunteer your kid?
Anyone?
Your kids are not an experiment. Protect them from e-cigarettes.
Hello, I'm Matt Griffin with this EPS Inspires moment, and a sign that our students are slowly returning to doing what they love. And in the case of the Union High School pep band, that's being in the stands for a Titans football game.
Nice shot of the Union band.
It's a sight and sounds not seen or heard at McKenzie Stadium in 16 months. One of our high school pep bands playing at a football game. On this doubly rare night, a spring football game on a Thursday night, the Union High School pep band is back in action.
Man, it was so much fun getting prepared, and this week when we found out that we were officially going to be doing this, we pulled out all the stops and we made sure that we got all the students ready to go, and we have about 68 volunteers out of the 165 that normally would be here tonight, and it's so much better than remote band.
With seating capacity still limited at McKenzie Stadium, it allows the band to spread out and adhere to social distancing and mask guidelines for student musicians. Senior drum majors Jessica Raymond and Stephen Wynn say being back in the stands playing music has been a long time coming.
It's really great to be back. It's really exciting to have everyone back together again. It's been a really long time, and band is all about cohesiveness, about bringing people together, and it's really great to be back and be playing, because that's what we do.
Yeah, so we actually heard the news on Monday that we're going to be in the football game, and we were just super excited when we heard that. And so we spent rehearsals on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just doing football tunes. And so, yeah, we're just super happy to be here.
While the Union High School pep band was the first from our district back in action, you'll soon be seeing other pep bands from Evergreen Public Schools back in the stands at McKenzie Stadium soon. You'll have 2 more opportunities to see the Union Pep Band in action at football games coming up on March 23rd and March 27th. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Matt Griffin.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you might be asking yourself, should I get it? And if I do, will I be able to go about life without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, and that's normal. The fact is, the vaccines are safe and effective. They're going to save lives. To get the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines, visit getvaccineanswers.org, because getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you.
Hello and welcome to this EPS Inspires Update. I'm Craig Birnbach, and while we're excited to be welcoming more and more students back into our buildings, there are some systems that have been developed during the pandemic that can benefit students in every learning scenario. That's definitely the case with the awesome targeted tutoring program where Union High School students are helping middle and elementary school kids stay on track.
But now we're going to break it down even more.
That's Union High School senior Astoria Moore helping out a group of Burnt Bridge Creek students.
What's 500 minus 20?
Actually, she's more than just helping out, she's tutoring them in math.
So I just want them to be the most comfortable with math that they possibly can be.
This is all part of a targeted tutoring program that pairs top Union High School students with elementary and middle school students for online sessions.
What we're doing is we're writing down 494.
There's about 20 really committed tutors right now.
The idea started with Kelsey Burris, Union High School's STEM Academy advisor.
So here you go. We were able to start actually at Frontier Middle School with this focused tutoring program where we work with the teachers to identify students that need help, and then they help provide our high school students with activities.
Osvaldo, who is your math teacher this year?
Burris and other staff members are there to advise and monitor the actual tutoring sessions, but it's the high school students who are really managing the program.
So now where are we going to put the 10 to add it correctly? I guess it's really nice when, you get the actual response from the kids and it seems like they're actually learning something.
And this program is a win-win as the younger students and older students are both benefiting.
Bye, thank you for helping me even though I was behind.
They're learning. Yes, their assignments have really changed. They get a lot more things correct because they have the tutor that's helping them.
I guess it's been an opportunity to improve my communication just in general.
What is 4 times 3? Do you guys know?
But this isn't just about the lesson plans. This is about life lessons, mentoring, and just connecting.
The kids are definitely asking more questions than they would in a class with a teacher because they're less shy of these high schoolers. They think of them as their sibling, as mentors.
Oh, I had the biggest smile on my face. It's such a big compliment for people to be like, oh, I can relate to you, or that helped me out so much.
Now, while this program was born during the pandemic, the hope is that it will continue to grow even when we get back to what we consider more normal school.
Just yesterday, we opened it up to even the dual immersion program because we got a Spanish tutor. So every week, we just keep growing and growing.
Good job, guys.
I think making an impact on people is the best possible legacy you could ever leave.
And we'll see you next week, hopefully. It's great to see all of you.
District administrators are working with school staff and the Union High School students to grow this program even more, and the hope is it will continue for years to come. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Craig Birnbach.
Right now, the COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans, and soon they will be available to everyone.
This vaccine means hope. It will protect you and those you love from this dangerous and deadly disease.
I want to go back to work and I want to be able to move around.
To visit with Michelle's mom, to hug her and see her on her birthday.
I'm really looking forward to is going to opening day in Texas Ranger Stadium with a full stadium.
We've lost enough people and we've suffered enough damage.
In order to get rid of this pandemic, it's important for our fellow citizens to get vaccinated.
I'm getting vaccinated because we want this pandemic to end as soon as possible.
So we urge you to get vaccinated when it's available to you.
So roll up your sleeve and do your part.
This is our shot.
Now it's up to you.
Here's a look at how you can keep up to date with Evergreen Public Schools on social media. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/EvergreenPS. Follow us on Twitter at EvergreenPS. Our Instagram account is Evergreen_public_schools. And check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/EvergreenSchools.
Open in the middle of the football field, catches it for a touchdown. Would you look at that? Evergreen, would you look at that? Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. Hey, we want to welcome you guys back here to the second half of the Battleground Union Titans game here. Union on top, 26-0 right now. First 2 quarters of play, first quarter actually, not real exciting. No points on the scoreboard, something that, Battleground was able to create a first there for the Titans, at least for this year, and no scoring in the first quarter. But they put up 26 in the second, so they definitely found what was going on and were able to exploit some things on Battleground's defense and offense, because we have to know that 6 of those 26 is a pick 6 on the defensive side. So,
yeah. I mean, one was a pick 6, and one score was the result of an additional interception as well.
Yeah.
And so there's certainly some mistakes coming from the Battleground side that they need to shore up in order to get back in this a little bit. We've seen some mistakes from Union as well. They have tended to shore theirs up a little bit. It seemed like there was some miscommunication between the center and Alex Gurman there in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Bunch of just bad snaps.
Uh-huh.
Hard to handle, hard to collect balls for Alex Gurman. They seem to kind of shore that up a little bit, and so they're starting to look a little bit sharper as they finished out the second quarter. We'll see how they come out in the beginning of the second half. And we'll see what Battleground does to adjust as well. I mean, on the Battleground offensive side of the football, they move the football well on the ground. We saw a couple big runs. They were able to move the chains. Just their mistakes got the best of them, and it resulted in turnovers.
Yeah, it sure did. Defensively for Battleground, they've got to make tackles. There was a lot of missed tackles that we saw on the field, especially there in that second quarter. Just a lot of missed tackles and just hard determining, and when you have a running back who refuses to go down and some people coming up there who's not really laying the wood to him and not really trying to knock anybody down, then you're going to see that that touchdown we saw, that last touchdown we saw with a minute and some change left in the first half. I'm sure one of the conversations for the Battleground coaches while they were at the halftime is, when you come up, you make the pop, wrap up. Don't worry about trying to tackle the football, tackle the man's legs, because that's what continues to keep moving and allowing these running backs to get the additional yards after initial contact. And that's, if Battleground can shore that up, because a lot of times they're in the position to make the play, they just need to wrap up and bring the guy down.
Right, I agree.
So with that being said, we want to welcome you guys back, Comcast folks, at channel 328 and 28, and the folks watching us on the internet. We all appreciate you guys tuning in to enjoy some high school football here in Clark County on a Tuesday night.
Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon, that's right. Squeezing in as much football as we possibly can in this short season. So, definitely want to thank the Evergreen School District for setting this all up and making all these games available for all of the fans free of charge. This is, we might have let everybody know that this is the second game. We did a game last Thursday, but this is the second game where we actually have fans in the stands. So things are starting to get slowly back to normal. When we are allowing fans, as you guys heard, you've heard the band all of the first half, so that's a good thing. And, things are starting to look a little bit like normal. So we appreciate the folks that came to this game to watch in person, and we also appreciate you folks who decided to stay in the safety and comfort of your homes and enjoy the game that way. So we are ready to start off the second quarter here. Battleground kicking the ball off to the Titans. Marcus Reinhardt, number 30, the kicker for Battleground. And they're going to keep this one on the ground. Almost was able to pull that one off, but the ball's going to go out of bounds. And so the Titans will take the ball over on the 35-yard line. It's a good way, good thought. Definitely a good thought and a good idea, to kind of catch him off guard and take it away from him.
Yeah, it certainly was, and I think it did catch Union off guard. I mean, Battleground was almost able to come up with that. It looks like that was Lane Landis that almost caught up with that and recovered that onside kick. Looks like he may have a pad on his right arm there. Don't know if that had anything to do with him bringing that in.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. So here we go. 1st and 10. German, the quarterback. Start this first one with a nice run play. Another missed tackle as he finds his way down the sideline before he gets run out of bounds. Reynolds there to make the stop on Aiden Olsen. And we talked about it just as we guys ready to start this is you got to wrap him up and you got to bring him down. There was contact, made right there at about 2-3 yard gain.
Yeah.
And Olsen was able to run through that and get plenty extra yards and get into Battleground territory. Handoff again. This time it's going to be Young. Young gets in behind his blockers. Nice patient run. Another missed tackle. And he is going to get up the sideline for the touchdown. And that was a very patient run by Young as he came in behind his blockers. He let his blockers make a move, and then he made the move off the block. And then, and just missed tackles once again. And now we're 32-0.
Right.
You have to tackle. You have to.
Yeah,
nice run there by Young.
Yeah, it was a great run by Young, and you're looking at a situation where Battleground had 2 plays where they could have really limited the offensive yards by Union and missed tackles.
They sure could have. We had the snap in the hold. And this was going to be good. I wish we had the name for that for number 84 down there on the field, and so we could share with you guys. But there is not a number 84 listed on the roster or the lineups that we were given by the Union staff. So. But the young man has done well. That's 2 in a row that he has been able to put through the uprights, pushing the score out to 33. As Battleground gets ready to get on the field with their offense for the first time in this second quarter. Cameron Spencer, their Battlegrounds quarterback, has had some opportunities to put the ball on his receivers. His receivers have run some pretty good routes for him tonight, and they have gotten themselves open in some situations. He forced a couple, which were the 2 picks, but there were also a couple where he wasn't able to put the ball on the receiver, and the receiver was actually open. So we will see here. And it looks like there was a penalty flag that we did not catch because the Titans are going to kick off from the 25. Bibbins handling the kicking responsibilities in the second half of the game as well. Sonny Pitts normally handles these responsibilities, but I don't see him on the sidelines either, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Ball's going to be fielded at the 25 on the run. Goes right for the middle of the field, and a nice open field tackle there. That is going to be by the kicker, Bibbins, who makes the stop right there at the 46-yard line. First down and 10 for the Battleground Tigers.
Some good field position for Battleground. Go ahead and take possession here.
Yeah, it is. We'll see if they're going to be able to capitalize on this. They get on the other side of the 50 here, and this essentially turns into, possibly 4-down territory for these guys just trying to get themselves back into this game. Spencer brings him out, sets him down, hands that ball off right up the middle. That was Owen Wan, number 8, pushing his way through the line of scrimmage there to get the extra yards. Brings the ball to the 49-yard line. Second down from there. This time looks like Union kind of leaned into the neutral zone there. That'll give Battleground a free 5 yards. Still second down. Now 2nd and 8, 2 yards to go. Eight yards total on that one between the carry and the penalty. And they're going to need to get across the 45 down to the 44 for the first down. Tried to get that in to the running back. It looks like that play might have been broken. I'm not quite sure the running back thought he was supposed to get it. Spencer able to fall on it. Lose yards back to midfield.
And that's another miscue by Battleground.
Kyle Simmons was in there as the fullback in that play. This time, spread formation for the first time this time for Battleground. Spencer drops back, has a man open. Almost another pick. Just a bit too high for the receiver down there as that he tipped that one up in the air. Iverson right there, just not able to bring that one in. This time Reed Davis lines up down here at the bottom, along with Chris Dunn. Has a man in the flat. He's going to make the catch and is going to be tackled right on the spot. That's going to be number 13, Reese. That'll bring up fourth down, and that'll be the first turnover by Downs in this second quarter, or second half, I should say. German trying to make sure he's got all the right men on the field. 2 running back set this time. Tried to do the Statue of Liberty play on that one. That time, Battleground all over that one. Olsen has nowhere to go. They're going to lose yardage on that play. Credit the tackle for Chris Dunn. Number 21 back there in the backfield right away to stop that play. Jake Page lined up at the bottom of the screen. Another handoff here right in the middle. Nice strong run across the 50-yard line as Aiden Olson drives himself into battleground territory down to the 48. Battleground, Union, not a team that huddles, not a team that's ever huddled. They all sit and stand in formation, wait for the play to come in from the sideline. Page sets up. Page on the quick route. Oh, in and out of the hands of the receiver there. Nice little route he ran. Not able to bring that one in. See the frustration in that young man as he wide open.
He was, yeah.
Looked up the field a little too quick, and then that ball came right in and hit him in the chest and bounced out. Fourth down. Quick pitch out to Young, or Long, fumbles the ball. Great hit he takes there from Reynolds. Spins out, fumbles that one, and Battleground's going to get the ball on the fumble. First turnover of the half for the Titans. Long looks a little banged up on that.
Yeah, it looks like he might have caught maybe a helmet to the thigh. Looks like he'll be all right. Bit of a dead leg, but big hit caused him to let go of that football.
Yeah. Good job there. That was Owen Wan, number 8, who fell on that to get the ball back to Battleground. Battleground's offense comes back on the field for the second time in the quarter. This time they line up 2 receivers down here into the boundary. And we are going to get a timeout called here by Battleground. Looks like not everybody was ready for what was going on. So they'll huddle up over there and regroup. O-line coach there is looks like Kelly Suchsdorf. So Battleground's offense, we talked about the tackling. Came up, clean tackle.
Yep.
Was able to lodge that ball loose from the running back Long there, and see if the offense can now take advantage of some good defensive play by the Battleground Tigers here. Single back. Spread formation. Quarterback drops back. He's going to bounce that off the turf right in front of Dune. Looks like he had all 4 receivers running verts on that play. It's going to bring up second down. All vertical routes. They're all running directly up the field. Dune looks like he was going to bend his route a little bit. Handoff this time. Looks like Reynolds is going to get to the 40-yard line. But that's going to be about it. Bringing up third down and 9. Juan now shows up to be the fullback position. Quarterback looking. He's going to scramble. This time he decides he's going to take off. And he is going to go down at the 40-yard line. It's kind of a slide.
Kind of. It's a sit.
So that'll bring up 4th down. And they are going to go ahead and punt the ball away this time, it looks like. Make sure they got all the personnel on the field for the punt, as they are still running people in from the sidelines. And that's going to be a high snap as Juan just dives on it. And he is going to go down at about the 15-yard line, it looks like. So Union, once again, is going to get the ball in field position that they normally do not fail at.
No, they don't. And
1st down and 10 from the 15. Battleground offense just finding it real hard to get a foothold here and get anything moving in a positive direction for them, which in turn is keeping their defense on the field, and the Union Titans offense is just taking definite advantage of that. That's going to be a nice run there by the running back Jones as he steps right in untouched. Nice little jab step in the middle of the field for another Union touchdown. 15-yard run there for Jaden Jones.
Yeah, Battlegrounds they've really struggled in protecting the football tonight, and it's put Union in these positions where they don't have far to go in order to go ahead and score. And you can't do that and be competitive in football games.
No, you sure can't. You sure cannot. Not a team like this. You've got to give them as much field, real estate as you possibly can for opportunities to make mistakes, and just gives you that bend, don't break mentality. But at 15 yards away from the touchdown, that's kind of hard to do. That is going to be a miss, so officially the game is not 40-point spread, so the clock will not run. So 39-0 is the score. 5:50 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Battleground does not seem to have an answer for what the Titans offense is putting out there. You say that, or I say that, and then I just kind of think about it as I said it out loud. It's just bad tackling at the end of the day. I mean,
it is.
There were plenty of opportunities where Battleground where they had guys there to make plays, and they just weren't made. So, that's definitely something that I'm sure is going to be discussed after the game and on film day. When they're looking at this game on film, it'll definitely be something. The number of missed tackles, has got to be part of why the score is what it is right now.
No, you're absolutely right. It's something that they certainly have to look at. That and just general miscues offensively as well.
Yeah. Ball's going to get picked up, and he's going to fumble it. But he'll jump back on it right across the 20-yard line. Looks like they'll give him the 23. Michael Kennedy tried to pick that ball, catch it on the run, and it just bounced off his shoulder pads. Good shot there at the Battleground huddle as Kramer Spencer brings his offense onto the field. Two receivers split out to the far side. Handoff. Reynolds finds the edge this time, but is going to get met right there at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Gibbons, one of the linebackers, comes out to make that stop, not letting him bend that run around the corner. Two receivers on the far side. Has a man open. He's going to make the catch and is going to take the hit right as he makes it. But they're going to say that ball hit the ground. Incomplete pass. Number 82 for Battleground takes a pretty good pop as he makes that catch. That's going to be Justin Ferguson. Not able to hold on to the ball after contact, and that'll bring up third down. This time they line up two receivers here down at the bottom of your screen into the boundary. Screen pass. Makes the first guy miss. And looks like they're going to get just about a yard out of the play. Reed Davis, the ball carrier. And here comes the punt team once again. Long snapper is Chris Dunn on this. Ball skips. He is able to get it off this time. Time is going to be picked up off the first hop. Makes the guy miss. He's going to find open field. Outruns them. He's going to outrun the kicker and almost does, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds.
Like that return there was by number 19, Toby Smoot.
Yeah, Smoot just, nice little quick move to the outside, bounces that, and he is he's around the edges off to the races. All right, different quarterback in the game. Time the quarterback's going to keep the ball. And that's Tyson Fuhr, number 12, the sophomore. 5'11", 190 pounds. He's out there with the running back with him, and that is Jaden Jones. Fuhr holds the ball himself again. This time he is going to run in untouched for another 6 points as this pushes the score across the 40-yard mark, 40-point mark to 45. So by Washington State rules, high school football, once you get past 40 points, the clock becomes a running clock. Fuhr there having a conversation with the head coach. Congratulating him for his touchdown. And the snap, the hold, and the kick. And that one's not going to be any good either. Looks like you rushed that one just a little bit.
Did look like you rushed it. You pulled it left.
.319 left to play in the third quarter. Clock will run. Looks like there's a conversation out there on the field between the head coach there and the officials. And as they get that figured out, the special teams on both sides now have taken the field. Titans kicking the ball off again. All right, we'll see here where the Titans are going to go ahead and kick this ball. They're going to keep it on the ground or kick it up high. Reese is there to get under that one at the 10. And looks like Reese will get to the 25-yard line before he stopped. Battleground will take over from there. Clock running at 3:08.
So if you're Battleground in this situation, you know, you're down by 45 with a quarter and 3 minutes to play. What do you look to work on at this point?
You just look for consistency and mental errors or lack thereof. You don't want any mental errors and just looking for consistency. We'll see. They'll probably not try to throw the ball a lot or anything like that. I would be surprised if here's your first big throw. Trying to get back into that, I'm a little surprised that's the plays that they're running now, because right now we're just looking at, I would just try to keep the ball as long as I possibly could.
Right.
The good thing in Battleground's favor right now is the clock is running, so but you don't want to. In this situation, what you don't want is another 3 and out.
Yeah.
Handoff has an opening right up the middle. Nice hard run there by Reynolds. Like he'll get down to the 29-yard line and bring up 3rd down. All right, Spencer's going to drop back. Has a receiver right there in the curl route. Like he's going to get down to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and about a yard.
I will say tonight that Battleground's offensive line has done a very good job of opening up holes and allowing space for the running backs to get through it.
Yeah, they sure have. They've opened up some. They've allowed them to find some creases. Nice drop back on the flare. Nice little spin move by Reynolds. Big run as he gets down to the 45-yard line. Made number 19 whiff him on that one on the nice spin move.
Yeah.
And that's the type of thing you need to see from Battleground's offense right now. Just don't let the Titans' offense back on the field, or at least if you do, give them some bad field position. This looks like this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Handoff once again to Reynolds. Reynolds is going to lower his shoulder and get about 1.5 yards out of it. Bring up 2nd down and 9. And that play did end the 3rd quarter. As we move on to the 4th quarter here, just to let everybody know, the clock will continue to run. It'll be a running clock throughout the 4th quarter. Battleground has probably put together their best series this half anyway, and they're able to get a 1st down, off their possession here. But this is going to be something they're going to have to consistently do throughout the remainder of the game if they want to be able to, one, put some points on the board before it's all over. You don't want to end this game, not being able to score at all.
Right.
You want to be able to put some points on the board. Unfortunately, they have been blanked out a couple of times this year.
Yeah, and we've seen moments where they've run an efficient offense. It's just it hasn't been consistent, like you said, and the mental mistakes or miscues that they've shown have really hurt them.
Yeah, they have. They have. Looks like the Union now has a mixture of Guys a little bit further down the depth chart, so everybody getting an opportunity to get out there. I see the quarterback, the sophomore quarterback, Helahini, out there playing corner. Spencer now looks for a receiver, finds him right in the middle of the field. Nice little job by the the receiver on that play, number 8. And that is Owen Wan. Nice job there by Wan as he gets down to the 30-yard line, moves the chains, first down and 10. Nice route, just released right up the seam. Spencer was just able to just stand in there and hit him in stride. Two receivers to the far side. Moves strong to the far side. Nice throw and a catch. That was Matthew Ferguson that time. Ferguson makes the catch going down on the 24-yard line. It'll bring up second down. Nice 6-yard pass and catch. Handoff this time to Reynolds. Reynolds right up the middle. He's going to get, looks like, to the 22-yard line before he stops. Bring up second down, or third down. Movement to the far side by Juan. Another handoff. Reynolds finds the edge, gets in behind his blockers, and he is going to find the touchdown. Good times for the Battleground Tigers right there. Nice little run. Reynolds stepped in behind his block nicely.
He did.
And cut on the outside after the block was made. That's exactly what we were talking about. That's what we were going to need to see, is just some consistent blocking up front and let Reynolds do what he does. So Battleground able to get points on the board here. Now, because we have now dropped below the 40 points, the clock will now go back to normal game time standards. Battleground going to try to go for 2 on this one. Quarterback drops back, and not really anybody to get that ball to. Looks like he was looking for Ferguson. Ferguson was pretty well covered on that play. So Battleground will stay there with the 6 points. 45-6, 9:51 left to play in the game. That's a good series that they can build on right there. That was a nice series for the Tigers. And they were able to move the ball down the field. I guess the real big play on that one, the one that made the difference, was when Spencer looked off his first receiver, he was supposed to hit the running back on the flare route, and decided against that and went upfield and hit Ferguson on the 21, and that gave them the momentum they needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing, I think this is the first series that we saw tonight that was mistake-free from the Battleground offense.
Yeah, you're correct. You're correct. Set up here for the kickoff. Marcus Reinhardt, the kicker. Union having some problems with the number of people on the field here. got that squared away, and we got the kick. That ball is going to go out of bounds, so Union will take the ball over on the 35-yard line. And it looks like we've got a late flag there, some unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll see who the penalty is going to be called on. A little extracurricular there after the whistle.
A little bit.
That is going to be against Union. That's Levi Harms, number 9, that penalty is going to be called against. Looks like his responsibility was to take care of the kicker. And he definitely tried to take care of the kicker.
He did. He grabbed on and he didn't let go.
No, he sure did not. So instead of having the ball on the 35, they will now have the ball on the 20, first down from there. Field clock down to 12 seconds left. Handoff for the edge. Going to try to step back inside on that one. That's going to be Marcus Cantu, number 35, with the nice run. Gets down across the 35. First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Jones, the ball carrier this time. Jones does a nice job getting down to the 48-yard line. Nice 11-yard run for Jones. Tyson Fuhrer, the quarterback. Fakes it to Jones. Fuhrer decides to take it himself. He is not going to get very far. He does look like he does get back to the line of scrimmage, but that is going to be about it. Bit slow to develop on that play. Luke Burbank now comes into the game. Sophomore, 5'10", 175. Takes Jones' spot. Burbank takes the ball. And he did a whole lot there to get a yard. Continue the one thing that you recognize about these Union running backs, and I saw it when they were doing their running back drills during the beginning of the game during warm-ups, is their feet don't stop.
No, they don't.
And if you don't wrap them up and bring them down, there's still a chance that they'll get away from you and get some extra yards.
Well, and they've been successful at doing that multiple times
They
tonight.
sure have. Nice screenplay. Makes the catch and then bounces it back to the outside. Good job there by Iverson. First down from the 36-yard line. This time it's going to be number 19, Smoot. Steps in behind a nice little block. by Burbank and is going to get about 9 yards out of the play. So nice little run there by the running back duo, blocking and running. Smoot also a sophomore, so the backfield consisting of all sophomores, the quarterback and the 2 running backs. And looks like we got a little movement there. Somebody on the Union line flinched a little bit, so they'll back them up 5. It's still second down. Take the snap this time is Burbank. Burbank will get down to the 29-yard line before he's stopped. Needs to get to the 25-yard line for the first down. This time quarterback keeper as he gets out in front of his blockers. Lowers the shoulder, gets down across the 20, and that's good. Late flag coming in. We'll see here what that was all about. Good run there by the young quarterback, Fuhrer. And we're going to get a holding call against the Titans, and that's going to back them up 10 from the 20.
Yeah, we've seen Fuhrer take off on his feet a couple times, tonight, and it's exciting to see. He's got some good speed, and it looks like he has some good vision to find some seams and to know that this is a weapon that Union's going to have coming up in within the next few years.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. .5'11", 190. I mean, he's only a sophomore. He might get taller, too. Nice block there by the running back, Burbank. Fuhrer proving that he is not afraid to lower his shoulder and run through people. Reese, the tackler for Battleground, coming from the safety position to make that stop. First down and 10 from the 18. Another handoff to Burbank. This time he is going to have contact as soon as he gets the ball handed to him. Reed Davis in the backfield right away to make the stop, number 32. All right, back to the two running back set there. That's Smoot and Burbank. Smoot will take it this time, looking for the edge. We're going to get another holding call there. This time I think Burbank is going to be the culprit. You can see he kind of spun his guy around. That is going to be the play, so that'll back him up 10 from the 20, put him back on the 30-yard line. Yeah, it'll bring up second down. Union there running as much time as they possibly can. The clock did continue to run, even though we're only 39 points, so this quarter is ending pretty quick as we have gotten down to the last minute and a half left to play in the game. Ferg is able to get back, scramble and get to the outside. Nice little run. He gets all of about 3 yards back of the holding penalty, and it'll bring about third down. We'll say 4 yards. Quarterback keeper again. This time he is going to run hard, bounces it to the outside, and he's going to make it down to the 10 before he's run out of bounds. Depending on the spot, we'll see if this is going to be third down or first and goal from the 10. It'll bring up fourth down. Fourth and 2. Union is going to let this run all the way down and take the penalty. So Union does not plan on running another play. They're going to take the delay of game penalty. That's going to back them up 5. And they are going to let the game run out as we speak. So the Union Titans in the game on just letting the clock run out, not trying to score again before we get into the game here. So 45-6 ultimately ended up being the final score here. Battleground just was not able to find an answer to create stops, and Union, just came out and played the way Union plays football, and Battleground didn't have any answers for them.
No, they didn't. And it didn't help that their running back Reed Schneider got hurt early in the first quarter. Not saying that would have made a difference. I mean, this wasn't the best fundamental game that we saw Union play tonight, but they found a way to get the job done.
Yeah, they sure did. And with that said, we are going to go ahead and bid you all a farewell and a thank you for joining us here at Comcast 28 or 328 and on the internet on the YouTube channel, Evergreen School District. Thank you very much. Please remember that we do have another game tonight at 7 o'clock, Evergreen going against Mountain View. So we'll be back at about 6:55 will be the start time there. This is EPS Sports. I'm Rodney Lawrence. Ryan Vastbinder alongside of me, and we'll see you guys then. Have a great night, and thank you for joining us.